On this week's show, we take you around the world to meet Liberty athletes from all corners of the globe.
From Brazil to Kenya, with stops in between, we share the story of those who have found a new home on the mountain and the impact they've made in a Flames uniform. It all starts now. This is Flame Central.
Welcome into Flame Central, your home for all things Liberty Athletics. Alongside Emily Austin, I'm Matt Warner.
You know, Matt, recently we've been talking about how many great Liberty athletes have come from outside the United States.
Yeah.
And then we thought, why don't we make an entire show dedicated to their stories? So that's exactly what we're doing today.
Yeah, and we begin with a man named Sam Chelanga. You may remember his name from being, one of the greatest Liberty cross-country and track and field athletes of all time. Today, though, running, still his passion, but his training looks much different because when Sam discovered his new calling, he ran toward it at full speed.
I tell people I'm not special. Everybody has the greatness inside of them. All you need to do is find that vibe. And I think God is that vibe. You just gotta follow His will, and It'll take you where you need to go.
Sam Chelanga has been running for most of his life.
To be honest with you, I love running.
Born in Kenya, his gift as a runner brought him to the U.S., where Sam ran his way into the record books at Liberty University.
Chelanga holding on well here.
It was there he won 4 Division I national titles and 9 conference titles.
Sam Chelanga is now a national champion.
After graduating, he became a naturalized U.S. citizen and ran professionally for Nike. But at the height of his career, Sam changed course and quit running.
I was done. I retired.
And enlisted in the U.S. Army.
I'm proud to be American, and I'm truly blessed to be here, and I see the opportunities, and so it's been something that I wanted to give something back.
First Lieutenant Sam Chelanga is now a logistics officer and commands a platoon of soldiers that depend on his leadership.
It's a big responsibility, and it's real. I don't want to say out there in my job as a runner was not real. It was real. Idealistically, it's something that we know we do for entertainment.
Stay behind, boys, stay behind.
There's a lot at stake here. You know, our families, our freedom, everything. So that's something, every day you go, you have that on your shoulders. I mean, I think about all those things. I want to make the best decisions for my guys at every level, the best I can. Look, we could deploy tomorrow. We know a lot of people that have paid the ultimate sacrifice. And every day we go to training, I'm not just training because it's just like a workout. We have to do everything we can to make sure that we are ready, and at the same time, make sure we defend our country.
The transition from full-time runner to full-time soldier wasn't easy, and early on, Sam had his doubts.
Am I an idiot for leaving my nice job to go do this? But honestly, it's been 4 years, almost 5 since I did that, and I'll tell you this. I'm super thankful. It was the best decision I've ever made.
But one day, in the middle of all the training exercises and briefings, Sam felt a calling to do something he once gave up.
It just happened that I'm good at it, so it brought me back.
Sam started running again, competitively, this time under the U.S. Army's World-Class Athlete Program. A program that allows elite soldier athletes to train and compete with the hopes of representing the U.S. around the world.
Our main goal is to try and make the World Championship and the Olympic team. That's our goal.
Sam now splits his time between training for the race and training for battle.
It's been everything. If my family weren't on board, I wouldn't do it. Faith has been everything to me. Half of the time, I don't even know what's going on. If I knew 20% of what I was doing, to the T, and then I'll be a different man. But no, I don't know, so I go by faith. But one thing that I do know is I believe that God never wanted me or anybody else to settle. He wants to always keep challenging us. I look at my journey and I was like, hey, if you can bring me this far, I'm sure everybody else can go this far.
Sam Chelanga, he's gonna break the tape.
I didn't know where America was. And look, I came here and I found a purpose in a totally different country.
He shatters the course record.
You don't need to know where you go. God is real, He will guide you. I'm gonna keep going until God says no.
What a great story produced by
Yeah.
our John Pratt. You know, Sam Chelanga, what a well-rounded guy. What is this, the third story?
Third story
that
now,
we've
yeah.
done on him, just to see where God has taken him on this journey to so many different areas of life.
Yeah, he is a thoughtful, deep guy. I mean, world-class runner, as you saw, serves in the military, also an author now. He speaks. Really cool to see how his time at Liberty has shaped him, and now he's continuing to impact people in so many different ways.
Whatever chapter comes next, I'm sure Flames Central will be there to report on it.
No doubt.
All right, we turn now to women's basketball for our next story. The Lady Flames have had a long history of great players from overseas, and Pien Steenbergen might just be the next one. Her experience as a young athlete in the Netherlands has prepared her for what she's encountering now at Liberty.
Steenbergen will fire up a three and connect.
Great pass ahead. Steenbergen off the glass.
Steenbergen, her third of the quarter.
That girl is showing some confidence.
Mijn naam is Pien Steenbergen. Ik ben een shooting guard bij Liberty en ik kom uit Berlicum, Nederland.
Steenbergen drives into the paint, draws the foul, hits the shot.
Pien Steenbergen is not your typical 18-year-old freshman at Liberty.
Ping is our youngest player on the team, and yet she has a maturity of a junior on the team. And why? Because of her experiences.
Steenbergen, another three for her, and a timeout is called here.
I got into basketball because my dad used to coach me, and my sister, my brother also played basketball, and my mom used to play basketball as well. So I kind of grew up playing basketball.
From an early age, coaches took notice of Pien and her talent on the court.
When I was around 10 years old, I got scouted for the national team. When I was 14 years old, I started playing on the under-15 national team, and that meant that I had to move to Amsterdam.
Pien would begin developing her skills at Orange Lions Academy, the training institute for the Dutch Basketball Association, which meant this teenager would need to grow up quickly.
I was living on my own, so I had to think for myself and cook for myself. I was the youngest on the team, but there were like more 15 and 16 years old girls that lived there too and played there and lived away from their parents. So it made it easier to go there.
Over the next 2 years, Pien would continue to mature on and off the court, and she would be presented with a unique opportunity in the midst of a global pandemic.
Pien Steenbergen, we'll see what she displays this game around, but if she figures it out, Netherlands is gonna be trouble.
During COVID, there wasn't like 5-on-5 basketball, so it was mostly like 3-on-3. And of course, I wanted to keep playing basketball.
Steenbergen, triggers, that's a good shot. Bottom of the net.
I played a lot against good teams. I played a lot against fast girls that were like better than me.
Ooh, nice lob pass, good job.
But I learned a lot because 3-on-3 is a lot faster than 5-on-5, and I had so much fun.
She would take the lessons learned from her 3-on-3 experience and would continue to compete with the under-18 Dutch national team.
Everybody looks up to you. You know, everybody watches you play when you play for the national team. It's just so much fun. Also playing against other countries. Like I played against USA, I played against France, like the big countries.
And it wouldn't be long before coaches in the U.S. began to take notice.
I told Coach Green, we got to get this one. She's talented. She's exactly what you're looking for. She has size. Coach Green loves size at every position. She's going to rebound. She defends. And she has a chance to be really, really special.
When I first got the text from Coach Ward, I was really excited to see it. I was at a tournament at the moment in Latvia, and he said that he watched me play and he liked my game, and that gave me more confidence too, knowing that coaches looked at me like that.
So she would pack her bags again and make another big move for the game. And the Lady Flames are the ones reaping the benefits.
You can't teach experience. So as a freshman, you're really looking forward to them to gaining experience. With Pien's maturity, already having a lot of experience, from a coaching perspective, to be able to rely on her in difficult situations, it's a breath of fresh air.
The guard's ability to adapt to many styles of play has done the talking, and she's gained the trust of her coaches and teammates.
Throws up the three in case you were wondering.
She loves to win, and she's a hard worker, and I think she got instant respect from our team, even the leadership, upperclassmen, just because of her work ethic.
I'm not just like a freshman, and I'm not scared of attacking the rim. I'm not scared of taking a shot or playing defense really hard.
And an offensive foul call. Pien Steenbergen steps in and draws the charge.
My national experience really helped me with that, to gain the confidence to do stuff that I love.
Despite her experience and talent, even Pien is blown away by how far this sport has taken her.
Three-pointer near wing, but rebound inside Carter. Her putback is no good. Berkman gets the board, hands off to Steenbergen. The horn sounds and the Flames burst out on the court to celebrate. Liberty is knocked off Florida Gulf Coast for the first time.
I never thought basketball would take me to America, if I'm honest. That I could meet so many different persons. I could go to so many different countries to just play basketball.
Coming up next, we introduce you to a tennis player from Brazil who's making a name for herself at the rink.
Plus, Liberty Field Hockey has struck gold in Argentina. Meet one of their current stars when Flame Central returns.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do. And getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books. And an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. Where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
As humans, we are constantly growing and learning in every stage of life, from taking our first steps to graduating college. The pursuit of knowledge is something we all strive for. Liberty University's vision was crafted with all of this in mind, to train champions for Christ from kindergarten to PhD. The K-12 years are some of the most formative years of our lives. That's why Liberty University Online Academy was created, to prepare the next generation for college through certified teachers and flexible Bible-based coursework that allows families to schedule their schooling around life. For many, the college experience is something very special. Students from across the globe attend our world-class campus to learn and grow in community, not only through academics and athletics, but with spiritual growth being at the center of it all. And for those seeking a different experience, Liberty University Online provides access to a flexible, high-quality college education with over 600 programs to choose from, with access to a campus you can still call home. We believe that learning is a lifetime pursuit, and education should be accessible to everyone. So whatever stage of life you're in, you can train to be a champion for Christ at Liberty University.
William Byron's gonna win! William Byron wins it at Atlanta. Hugs that white line, drifts up and comes to the line. Wins it.
Hey, welcome back to the show. You know, when you're a Division I college athlete, your sport is basically your full-time job, and it's typically also your passion. And while that's all true for women's tennis player Bruna Sampaio, she's also very passionate about another sport as well, one that's far from popular in her home country of Brazil, and one that she covers from the broadcast booth.
She's all alone. She can't make it. She takes the shot and she scores. Cian now trying to center it in, and that's another goal for the Flames. There's a lot of pressure here for this Liberty team, and they score! Lee now with the puck and is able to finally grab Daleka as she gets in 5-hole. Madison Glee with the first goal of 2024 for the Lady Flames.
Bruna Sampaio is not your typical two-sport athlete. The young Brazilian would follow in her dad's footsteps and pick up a ball and racket at an early age to begin her journey in the game of tennis. But a trip to the States would reveal a passion for a new sport that Bruna had never seen before.
I came in December of 2017 with my dad, and my dad told me, like, I'm gonna introduce you to American sports. I had no idea what football was, I had no idea what hockey was, basketball. So we watched Jacksonville Jaguars game against Indianapolis Colts, which was really good. Then we watched Orlando Magic against Golden State Warriors, also fun. And lastly, we watched the Tampa Bay Lightning against Colorado Avalanche. I never fell in love so quickly in my life before. Just watching the puck drop, there were 2 goals in the first 2 minutes of the game. Just the atmosphere inside, I absolutely fell in love with hockey right there and then. And I just started inserting myself in the game of hockey.
The new hockey fan would move over 4,000 miles to the mountains of Central Virginia and begin her collegiate tennis career at Liberty University. When an opportunity arose off the court that would allow her to pursue her newfound love of hockey in a unique way.
The first week of my sophomore year, Bennett came into my class and he explained about Liberty Broadcast Experience, which is an opportunity for students to work within the broadcast of sports. And he said that every student had to start at lower level hockey. And I just found that awesome because it's literally the sport that I understand the most of and that I love the most. He passed on a sign-up sheet and I was like, I'm there.
But the eager athlete would first have to get the blessing from her tennis coach, Jeff Marin.
I spoke to Bruna about her interest in broadcasting and sports in general, and I thought it was a perfect situation for her. She had, this gave her the opportunity to use her gifts, her strengths, and the love that she had for sports and for statistics and wanting to be involved, especially in hockey. I think it was just an incredible fit, and so I was all in for that. I thought it was an incredible idea that she had and something she wanted to do, and I endorsed it. I said, go for it. You know, as long as you are here on practice and you're giving 100% and you're here in our matches, go for it. Let's see what you can do.
With coach on board, Sampaio would attack this new adventure like she does the net.
Whenever it's go time, there's no time to practice, you know, so you need to practice and prep beforehand. And the same is with tennis, right? We practice 6 times a week for an entire semester before our season even starts, because if you don't do anything and it's a game day, you're not going to be ready for it. You're not going to be ready for the opportunity. And I think the same thing goes as calling a hockey game. You know, you can't just expect to get into it and know instantly what to say. If you don't prepare, if you don't know the things that you need to know before you go into a game, like, you're gonna blank and you're just gonna not be able to say anything.
Adamek is ahead, another shot, and another great save there by Daleka, sprawling down on the ice. It truly has been the story of this game so far.
While the young broadcaster has never played a shift in a hockey game, she has been able to bring her unique perspective as an athlete to the booth.
I think being an athlete helps me understand the sacrifice that goes into your craft. For me, at least, with tennis, I had to sacrifice a lot growing up in order to be in the position that I am today. You do all of that for the love of the sport and for trying to put yourself in the best position to win. And I think whenever I'm doing hockey games and I understand the amount of work that they put into it, and I understand how badly they want it.
Sends it in front for Adamek, who has Fussy with her, and she scores! Fussy with the second goal of the game. A feed from Adamek, as she's able to take that one in between the pads and the glove from Daleka. The Flames going up 2-0 late in the third period.
Even though her dad isn't here in the stands to watch his daughter call games or play in a tennis match, Bruna knows that he's tuning in from a hemisphere away.
My dad is like my biggest supporter, always. So even though if I say something wrong in a game, he'll always be like, hey, I'm so proud of you, and it's so amazing, like, what you're doing. And it's just so special to have him watch it.
Puxa, ontem à noite eu vi a transmissão lá do jogo de hockey. Ah, você tá ótimo, filhinha. Muito orgulhoso de você. Gostei dos comentários. Eu falei com sua mãe, impressionante como você tá falando bem em inglês.
The only reason why I get to do what I'm doing today is because of him. He was the one that introduced me to hockey. He was the one that showed me this amazing sport. And I wouldn't be doing what I do today without him. So I think it's very special to have him watch a byproduct of what he started.
Filhinha, assisti, amei. Super feliz de te ver bem aí, muito orgulhosos de você aí. Então estamos muito felizes, espero que você continue indo super bem aí. Tá
Obrigado, papi. Sim, com certeza. Saudade de vocês.
A gente ama muito você também.
Também te amo muito.
Um beijo bem grande, tá?
Beijo.
Beijo, filha.
Tchau, tchau.
Tchau, tchau.
How many people from Brazil are crazy about the game of hockey?
Probably zero.
Yeah, like none, except for Bruna. And she doesn't just love the sport, she is obsessed with
Yes.
it. She's watching games from 30 years ago on YouTube. Like, it's no surprise that she's as good as she is at what she does because she loves the game.
Her dedication to this industry, she's rolling cable.
Yeah,
out at
she's
football
everywhere.
games,
Yeah.
basketball games. She's doing graphics in the control room, doing all sorts of things. So it's really cool that if she wants a future in this business, she's definitely going to have it, how versatile she's been.
Keep track of Bruna Sampaio, no doubt. All right, hey, still to come, Liberty Field Hockey has found success in South America. The story of how one Flame made it from Argentina to the mountain when Flame Central returns.
So you're looking for a university that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right, a place with state-of-the-art facilities.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
Somewhere you can hike, slide, climb, and most importantly, eat. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.
Welcome back to Flame Central. On this week's show, we've been traveling the globe, introducing you to Liberty athletes from all around the world. And one program with some international flair is field hockey. The team had 5 Argentinians on its roster last season, one of which was all Big East performer Martu Cian. She shared with us about her journey from Argentina to LU, her faith in Christ, and she did it all in her native language.
It really was one of those things where she just ticked so many of the boxes right away, and there's pretty much nothing that you didn't love about Martu. You know, she's just this joyful, amazing, incredible human that also is really good at field hockey.
Martina Cian, conocida cariñosamente por sus amigos como Martu, es una jugadora argentina de hockey en césped del equipo de Liberty University que combina las habilidades del fútbol y la gimnasia artística.
Creciendo siempre jugué muchos deportes porque mi mamá era profesora de educación física y me llevó a probar todos los deportes que existen y pueden existir, y cuando fui creciendo me quedé con field hockey y gimnasia artística. Y después me terminé decidiendo por field hockey porque era el favorito de mi mamá y estábamos siempre juntas yendo, y decidí que iba a ser el que más me gustaba.
Aunque Martu ha sido siempre una excelente jugadora de hockey, en algún momento una horrible fractura le hizo reconsiderar los planes para su vida y en el deporte también.
Cuando creo que tenía 16, me rompí los ligamentos festejando un gol en una semifinal de un torneo con mi club y ese fue un momento muy duro. Fue como, no sé por qué está pasando esto en mi vida ahora, que tenía un montón de planes, quería jugar en la final y fue un momento donde decía, Dios, ¿por qué me pasó esto? Ahora que lo veo varios años más tarde, pude ver cómo ese tiempo fue un tiempo donde yo pude conocer a Dios, donde tuve un tiempo donde mi vida cambió, donde todo lo que yo hacía se frenó, tuve que estar mucho más tiempo en mi casa sin poder entrenar, sin poder jugar al hockey y donde ahí pude conocer otros planes que tenía Dios para mi vida, no solamente el hockey, sino conocerlo a Él, conocerlo personalmente, que era algo que me estaba faltando. Y pude ver ahí como las cosas malas a veces son una llamada de atención de Dios para nosotros para que nos enfoquemos en Él también. Ese versículo bíblico lo tengo marcado desde ese momento y lo recuerdo siempre, que Dios tiene buenos planes para nosotros y cada vez que algo malo me pasa, trato de recordarme eso y eso me da paz y sé que no importa lo que pase, Dios tiene buenos planes para mi vida.
Al parecer, todo era parte del plan de Dios y la siguiente etapa de su vida la llevaría a Liberty University, donde el programa deportivo, que ya es famoso por tener estupendas jugadoras argentinas, le ayudaría a crecer en su fe.
When I saw her play, immediately, this kid needs to be a Flame, just because she's so relentless in her playing style, and that's something we really value. So I think that we're always trying to recruit to different elements of the program. One, we want to make sure that we're recruiting to our roots, which are our values, and the one that most relates to how we play is relentless. So when we saw her play, box checked, absolutely, she fits our playing style. Christian, check, loves Jesus, wants to come here to pursue the Lord and to play field hockey to glorify God.
Martu es ahora una jugadora esencial en el equipo de Liberty, que ocupa uno de los primeros puestos en Estados Unidos. Ella se encuentra inmensamente agradecida por los altos y bajos de la vida y por todo lo que Dios le ha enseñado a través del proceso.
Y viendo todo mi trayecto desde que llegué a Liberty, desde que me fui de mi casa, ahora que pasaron 2 años, puedo ver mucho la fidelidad de Dios y cómo Él estuvo en toda decisión y en toda acción que yo hice a lo largo de este tiempo. Pude ver su amor, su cuidado, todo.
Thanks to Helmut Montoya for that story. Oh, by the way, Flames have more girls from Argentina joining the roster this year, so that pipeline continues.
Yeah, hey, look, we're out of time, though, but if you like fun and you like great hosts, you got to check out the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage.
What a selling point there. Great host, absolutely. Or go to libertyflamecentral.com for any stories that you might have missed. She's Emily, I'm Matt. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here next week.